Saturday morning, we're going to do some shopping at Prahran Market. I came here about a year ago, just before COVID got really bad, and I just thought it was a great indoor market. It's like Victoria Market in Melbourne, if you've been there, which is a really famous one. This is just sort of about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes drive from the centre of Melbourne, but let's just go inside and see what we can find. So it's one of those really sort of old-fashioned covered markets, and not quite as busy as I thought it would be actually. So they've actually got some of the Hass avocado here. Normally in the supermarkets you find this one here, which I don't like. They're really hard. They never seem to ripen properly. Whereas the Hass avocados, these ones here, this is what we've got used to from New Zealand. So we shall be buying some of those. And, especially for Vassie, figs. But this of course is the first store that we've come across, so we should curb our enthusiasm and go and have a look at what else is available. But this is a pretty impressive first store to get to. Wild mushroom, very wild. Asparagus, broccolini, big peppers. Capsicums actually, not peppers. Melons. Gosh, look at the size of these melons. Just to put into perspective. Are we sneaking out this way or?
Yeah, we could.
No, let's go around. Just have a look at this lovely garlic. Look at that.
Any coriander?
Okay, so we've found a organic grocer. So this is probably where we're going to get most of the stuff from. So coriander, parsley, dill. Look at the size of those grapefruit. I always want to buy the grapefruit and then never have them, but they look lovely. I definitely think I need to get a couple of those.
Get a bunch for the gate.
Very bright yellow carrot. People seem to be ignoring these signs. I don't know how long they've been up for, but okay, broccolini.
We have a couple, but I'll make it.
So we got some interesting looking purpley potatoes here, as well as the more standard potatoes, and some purple carrots, which I love, but we don't see very often. So when we see them, we get them. And some of these potatoes look like the ones we got last week, which were really nice. So maybe we'll get some of these as well. I remember when I came here a year ago, I got very excited by the selection that was available, and I'm getting excited again. So I've just bought a few things from this store, and they've got an amazing range. So they've got pies. So which is a very Australian, New Zealand thing. Pies. I managed to get myself a pork pie. Give that a go. And then, having got the pies and queued up here, I got tempted by all the terrines and sausages and hams that they had. And Vassie is in the process of
they're very
purchasing some olives, Turkish style. She's obviously finished, but we managed to get some cheeses like the ones we'd been having in Spain last year, which we'd really enjoyed. So here's the Manchego goat's cheese, which is a sort of slightly hardened cheese, which is really nice. So we've got some of that, and now I've just got to track down where she's gone to.
These are really good olives. They are not as dry. They're really nice.
Okay.
They're not Turkish, but they're good.
So where do you get those from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you looked at the dips in here?
Not really. It's all dips.
Yeah, so there's all dips here. All these dips. Okay. Olive tapenade. Tzatziki dip with beetroot and fresh dill.
Tzatziki, now you don't want tzatziki because it's cucumber.
Okay. Caviar dip. Tarama salata. I've never actually seen it spelt before. Tarama salata. Yeah. Ionian eggplant. Greek eggplant, Thai carrot, Kalamata olive, shaved Aussie parmesan, Serrano ham. Yeah, that's just awesome. Okay, let's keep going. Amazing variety of mushrooms.
It's a soft texture, but yeah, it's
even more over here. You gonna get any after I film? So a nice little selection of fresh food, all organic, looks lovely, and some figs, a huge grapefruit, and papaya for a papaya salad.
Oh my God, look at those breads.
And then I went a bit over the top on the breads. I just love bread when it's good, and more often than not it's not. So you go into a supermarket and I never come out with any bread because it always looks shocking and tastes shocking. But look at this selection. That's beautiful. This one in particular, the guy sold me on, saying it's just amazing when you're dipping it in some oil and balsamic vinegar when you're having a glass of red wine. So what have we got? Sourdough, olive and rosemary.
I'm excited about the mushroom mix we got.
Oh, and then we got a mushroom mix from that stall that had all those lovely mushrooms. So
some shiitake, some BB Kings. These are like some pine tree mushrooms. They grow in a pine tree, and this is a portobello. So this is like a good flavoursome mix to do a pasta tonight.
Okay, pasta tonight.
Yeah.
Preceded by some tuna that we bought. So we're going to have very lightly seared tuna. Okay, so we got the fresh yellowfin tuna. So we're going to wild caught, and we're going to lightly pan sear that and have it as a starter. And then have the mushroom pasta. And I got some barramundi, which is this fish here that I'm going to pan fry at some point over the next few days. So yeah, we're just trying to try out these Australian fish that we're just not that sure about. And barramundi's definitely one I've not bought before. There's my serrano ham for the pizza. And here's the Turkish style olives.
They're nicely juicy.
Yeah. So they look, and they're certainly good
We have
for a
some
pizza.
goat with some
And that's the
cheese
goat
too.
cheese I was talking about.
Yeah, so yummy.
So I mean, obviously some of the stuff that we bought's fairly sort of mundane stuff that you can just about get anywhere. So I've got some spaghetti in there, pasta, and there's some herbs and spices. But at the farmer's market we went to a couple of weeks ago, or last week, there was a stall, and they're only there once a month. And their uncle, the Indian, makes these Indian pastes, and we've tried a couple during the week already, and they're really good. So we found a stall that's actually selling those at the market we've just been to, so took advantage of that. Here's my indulgence. So these are chocolate coated cranberry and raspberry. Here's Vassie's indulgence, organic papitas. And when we were driving around Europe in the van, she would sit in the front seat chewing on these papitas, but they were in their sort of shells, and she quite liked just slightly cracking the shells in her mouth and extracting the seed, I guess, from within, whereas all that hard work's already done for here, which actually she quite liked. I think the technique of cracking them in between her teeth, but anyway, she's not got that opportunity today. And what do we got here? What are these?
There's a mix of pepitas and sunflower seeds, so it's not just pepitas.
Okay. So, a good shopping experience, definitely. She doesn't want to be seen on film munching. But anyway, this is the tuna that we bought this morning at the market. So I was saying that it was going to be seared, and that's just done beautifully. Look how raw it is in the middle. Hopefully the searing will have just warmed it through enough. And it's got a papaya salad mix with it, and
Greens, lettuce, salad, and papaya.
okay. And the papaya tastes lovely. Just tried some of it earlier. And here we've got some wasabi mayonnaise, which has been made with wasabi. And we've got a Japanese mayonnaise, which we actually don't think is made with egg.
I don't think so.
And it's certainly a sinus cleanser when you have a mouthful of that, I can tell you. So, bon appetit! I thought I'd better finish off with the main course, which actually the entree was main course size, but we're very gamely ploughing on, and this is delicious. So these are the mushrooms that we got from the specialist mushroom vendor today.
4 or 5 varieties at least.
Mm-hmm. And an Australian tempranillo that we bought from the market today, which actually is pretty good, I have to say. And the pasta is some fresh pasta that we bought at the farmer's market a week ago.
Which is kind of fresh.
Yeah, so it's it's a week old, but it's going well. So, yeah, a really lovely meal. Thank you, all the producers that have made that possible.